Hello, Hofstra fans, and welcome to this week's WB Mason Coaches Report with Hofstra's head field hockey coach, Courtney Veinotte. Morning, Coach. How's it going today?
Good morning. How are you? It's going well.
I'm good. That's good to hear. It's going well for you. Big weekend it was for Hofstra field hockey. A 1-0 overtime win for against Wagner on the road in Staten Island,
Yep.
and then you turned around on Sunday. You hosted Sacred Heart, and you pulled off another 1-0 win. How does it feel coming out of that weekend, 2-0?
Yeah, very good. I think we're Hofstra Field Eye. We're just trying to focus on every game and really every quarter, trying to play our style of field hockey, and that was our focus this weekend. Was trying to get things settled for us and trying to capitalize on the learnings during the week, what we're doing here, and so felt great to come out with two wins and kind of see it pay off.
That's good. Yeah, it's nice to see everything progressing and leading to more wins. Kind of going into that Wagner game, just based on the looking at the box score, your team I think played Wagner off the field. You led them in shots, you led them in penalty corner opportunities, but the score only 1-0 in overtime. Seeing that level of dominance not really reflect on the scoreboard, like what can you do to maybe up the score line in situations like that?
Yeah, it's something we're absolutely working on, and we're working on our off-ball movement inside the attacking 25 and creating those scoring opportunities. In our 2019 season, it was a similar situation in the sense of most of our goals were coming off from attack penalty corners. So um, that is something that apparently our forwards and midfielders look for, is that penalty corner, and it is part of our philosophy. Is if plan A, you shoot that ball, if plan B is you find a penalty corner. So with that being said, that our sport is a wet turf sport, and right now with the spring season happening, we're all playing on dry turf, and that is slowing down the execution of our penalty corner. So the ball speed from the insert coming out to that stick stop, and the stick stop, if there's any sort of bobble there, it is hard to execute these penalty corners right now. And you're seeing that all over the country. It's not just a Hofstra thing. But with that being said, we do need to find a way to execute these penalty corners. We're earning them. It's a big piece of our game. Typically, you operate around a 1 to 4 capitalization on off a penalty corner goals. So with that being said, it's something that we're trying to figure out how to operate these penalty corners on dry turf and still get results and goals from them. And I think that is a piece of why we're seeing low scores all over the country, as well as people are having a hard time with these penalty corners on dry turf.
Yeah, that's something you really don't think about is even though everyone plays on that turf surface, no one really thinks about like how the dryness or the wetness of it affects how the ball moves, how the players
Yeah.
move, and it, again, like you said, it's not just something that's impacting Hofstra, and it's another thing that people need to keep an eye on. In addition to playing in tough little in March, in February. Now you got to worry about field surface, something you don't usually have to worry about when you're playing in August or September.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually, one stat I picked up from the CAA sent out stats yesterday. There's 3 teams in the CAA playing right now. And in the CAA, 45 penalty corners have been earned in all of the games played by those 3 teams. Zero goals have come out of those corners right now. So it's not just us. We're struggling. Everybody's struggling with it. So it kind of made me look at it, changed my perspective on how I was looking at these penalty corners, and might try and until we get that surface to our ultimate playable condition, we might try and mix things up a little bit and see if we can look at it a little bit differently and reattack that penalty corner at a faster rate. So we'll see. It's something that's definitely the surface, as you're seeing in our game. It's a bit choppy right now for all teams. It's bouncy. Where the ball's taking extra touches. So we'll see. We'll see. It's the season of adaptability still, Nick. Here, whether we're talking COVID protocols and or dry turf, we're all battling little things here and there that are affecting scoring opportunities, results, playing opportunities. So
Yeah, absolutely. Just another thing that the coaches have to keep in mind: tactics and field surface.
yes.
I kind of wanted to go into yesterday's Sacred Heart game. I looked back at Mercedes Curry's goal, and that just looked like an absolute textbook counterattacking goal where off a penalty corner, Esme, she takes the ball pretty much like all the way down to the field. Excellent pass to Yasmine, and she does a great job drawing the goalkeeper out of position to feed Curry on the back post. Looking over on that goal, what are some things as a coach that you notice on that casual fans or fans who know more about field hockey may not notice?
Yeah, well, it's actually something we talked about during pregame, which made me a very happy coach. Is that we're correlating pregame messages to the field, and um, you know, off the pass from Monmouth game to Wagner game to Sacred Heart game, we're giving up few penalty corner opportunities for the other team, right? So that goal ultimately started from our defensive penalty corner unit. They stopped a penalty corner unit. Sacred Heart had committed a lot of players to the attacking side of the ball. We had a quick outlet. We talked about that during the pregame of it. Don't let the other team set up. Even if you have that mask still on, find a quick outlet and let's get transitioning onto our attack as fast as possible. And like you said, it was textbook. I think it was Mare Fenning maybe got the ball, quick outlet to Esme, and Esme, had eliminated just with that pass. Esme had eliminated about two lines of defense there and created that numbers up opportunity. And they do say there's some twin ESP of knowing where each other on the field and on the field where they are. And every game we play, that is coming more and more true. So Esme found Yasmine, pulled the goalie and created a great numbers up situation. And actually, Cami Valor was also crashing the net there. So she had two passing options, found Curry, and Curry put in the back of the net. You can't ask for a better executed defensive penalty corner unit to transition to attack and execute to a goal and numbers up transition. Fantastic stuff. And so it is as much as we want to see more goals, all you need is one to win the game. You don't have to allow any, and you still get a victory, right? So at the end of the day, we're happy with what we're doing. And that was a great executed first goal for Curry, and Yasmine with the assist.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I found interesting about that was Curry's second goal of her career. Do you know against who her first goal was against her career?
Yeah, I did not until I read your post game press release. I do read those.
Yep, Sacred Heart.
Sacred Heart. So I mean, maybe we just got to put Sacred Heart on the schedule a couple times and get Curry, feeling a little comfortable. I don't know. I actually am going to text her and be like, did you know?
Yeah, there you go. Just schedule Sacred Heart for every game, including
maybe she doesn't know that she can score against other people.
That's one way to look at it. You talked about Esme and Yasmine. Yasmine's been getting a lot of the headlines, 2 goals and an assist this year. Esme getting that, it's not going to count for the stats, but it's that secondary assist. You've also got Cami Valor. She's been playing well. You got Carissa Huff. She's been doing well on the back line as a freshman. Gabby Espinoza. You've got all of these first-year players in starting roles, or Esme sometimes coming off the bench. How does it feel for you as a coach to see your first year players kind of excel right now in difficult circumstances of playing in the spring?
Yeah. I mean, I'm very proud of them. I think what you're seeing too is every game they're getting better, because that's what first years do, right? Is every game they get a little bit better. They're feeling things out. Esme is doing a great job in the left mid position. She's creating a lot of attack out of the left mid position, which is challenging. And so, Gabby Espinoza was starting in the screen position. Now she's in that center mid role. We're trying to mix things up a little bit. Cami Valor was getting shots, and she's getting things on the move. All of those first years are really contributing, and they're getting settled and realizing that they can find success. But I do want to follow that up with our returners have settled them very, very well. And yes, Juna Slort is playing a center back position, which she's never played for Hofstra field hockey. And she is finding them and creating and organizing our back line. Mare Fennig is in the backfield right now, and she's organizing the people in front of her. Cami Larson is being an incredible kind of like root in that midfield. So it's really a combined effort in this team, and it's fun to see it come together. And I'm really proud that it is coming together. But yeah, it's a well balanced machine with the returners trying to get, and these returners are holding these first years accountable in every day at practice. Just like a quick fun story is yesterday they were giggly during pregame, and the first years were all giggly during pregame, and I heard, I think it was Juno was like, hey, shh, like, so it is funny how every aspect, we are fueled by our returners right now. They are pushing this thing forward. They want success. They know they've put the hours in, and they're getting these first years to work for them. That's for sure. So it's a machine that's operating, and we're getting a little better every day, and I'm really excited about that. I can't express that enough.
Yeah, definitely. For again, like you said, for as good as the first years are playing, they may not have adjusted as well had you had, a veteran group like Juna, like Cami, like Meredith Fennig, like you said, kind of anchoring them and keeping them grounded. Here's what to expect in the college game. So it's a fantastic balance across the board in terms of
Yeah.
in terms of that youth and that veteran experience. Going into this week, you've got your last two home non-conference games before you open up CAA play.
Yep.
Fairfield and U Albany. What can you say to us about Fairfield and the Great Danes of U Albany?
Yeah, two very strong programs. Fairfield finds a lot of success out of the NEC. Last year they made their way into the NCAA tournament. They have a lot of returners they're going to be strong. It'll be fun to I think that will be a really good matchup for us. Albany, very strong in the America East. A lot of great experiences with that program. And, I think they've made their way. I'm an America East veteran on both the player side and the coaching side. So, have a lot of respect for Albany and what they're doing up there. And, they've made their way to a Final Four appearance. Actually, fun fact, they made a way to a Final Four appearance against Courtney Veinotte at Maryland. So fun matchup there. She's got some hostile feelings, I think, if you want to ask her about it. But they're a very strong program. They always have been. They've got great players. They play very tactically and they have a good style. So it'll be fun to match up. I think it'll be a good weekend for Hofstra field hockey to push our growth and to really see where we're standing. Every game we're getting a little bit better. I like that. But I'm hoping we can put together two really strong games of field hockey here to enter conference play that next weekend with some confidence and some swagger,
Yeah, absolutely. You always want to enter conference play on a high note. And, if you can get some solid results, again, like you said, against two teams with NCAA tournament experience, that's just going to do, I think, wonders for the team moving forward this year.
Yeah, it's too like, we're very fortunate. We're getting a lot of games in this season, we continue to knock on wood because you're seeing that a little bit all over the board. Things are unpredictable for all sports. But we're getting in a lot of games, and as a program that is committed to growth and kind of pushing our boundaries and making waves into the CAA tournament and trying to dream big of that NCAA tournament someday here, we're just trying to focus. Every game is an opportunity for us to get better because that's where you're going to see the growth, right? Every practice you're putting in the grind. So we're really fortunate that we're getting these out of conference opportunities and these matchups and just trying to take advantage of them.
Yeah, take advantage of whoever's in front of you, wherever you're playing.
Yeah.
So it's going to be this Friday against Fairfield at 2 p.m. and then this Sunday against U Albany at 2 p.m.
Yep,
Follow all Hofstra field hockey action on gohofstra.com. For head coach Courtney Veinotte, I am Nick Captos, and thank you again for joining us for this week's WB Mason Coaches Report.